everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and today I'm doing my January reading wrap-up. So in January I read 3 books, and to be honest, it wasn't the best reading month for me because I actually ended up not enjoying the books as much as I thought that I would. So the first book that I read in January was Orlando by Virginia Woolf. I was really exciting to be starting off the 2016 year with this book, and unfortunately it didn't meet my high expectations. However, I think it's a really good, unique book, and if you haven't read it, you definitely should pick it up. It's a very unique fiction. It's actually a mock biography of this character who is able to change sex. So he is able to live life as both a man and a woman, and the book I think lasts about 3 centuries. We first meet Orlando in the 16th century, and he wants to be a writer. He has this poem called The Oak Tree. It really is a book where you get a really interesting perspective on gender. When Orlando changes gender from male to female, he realizes that the life that you lead, especially obviously during these times, is very different depending on the sex that you are. I think that Virginia Woolf does a really great commentary on gender and what people think a woman should be and what people think a man should be. However, I didn't really enjoy it. I found Orlando to be slightly annoying. Obviously, I didn't take the book seriously. This isn't a book that you're supposed to take seriously. It was a personal project for Virginia Woolf. This was actually intended for her friend. I thought that it was going to be a lot better, and I thought that it was going to be just a more fun read. It was fun to read about Orlando's adventures. I gave this book 2 stars, not because I feel like it's a 2-star book at all, but because I just followed the Goodreads star system and I thought that it was just okay. The next book that I read this month was Little Women by Mary Louise Alcott. Now this is another book that sort of disappointed me, but I did like it better than Orlando. I gave this one 3 stars because I liked it. So this book follows 4 sisters, Jo, Beth, Meg, and Amy. And they are Americans who live in the 19th century, and you kind of follow their life. The first half of the book I really enjoyed. I thought that it was great. It was a little too preachy for me, but I can't really, I can't like build a case against it because it was written in the 19th century. I did enjoy it. It wasn't a bad read. Will I read it again? Probably not. This definitely isn't a book about fighting the patriarchy at all. This is a book about women learning to fit into the role that society sets out for you and learning to be a good woman and a good wife and a good mother. This is basically the main theme of this book, to become that, because that is what a woman should be and that's the ideal. So if I was, if I had a daughter and I was teaching her something and I wanted to give her a book, I wouldn't give her Little Women. There were parts of the book that I really enjoyed. There were some parts, like some poems that one of the characters writes, Jo, that I really liked. There was a chapter called Castles in the Air that I really enjoyed. I really like the fact that you have this character Laurie, who is this really rich guy who becomes friends with the 4 sisters, and his life is changed by it. It was an okay book. Again, 3 stars, nothing too exciting, but it was okay. And finally, the last book that I read was my most enjoyable read. It wasn't actually a book that I planned to read myself. I had to read it for my feminist political theory class, and I am so glad that the teacher assigned it because I enjoy it immensely. It's a really short book and you can read it in one sitting, and it's called Hercule Barban, being the recently discovered memoirs of a 19th century French hermaphrodite. So it is the memoirs of this girl who is intersex in the 19th century. The fact that it's obviously the memoirs of this real person makes it so much more impactful, and it's just a really special read. What she goes through is incredible. I haven't read a lot of intersex works and intersex things. I can't even remember the last time I heard that word on television. So it's definitely a group of people that aren't really given a lot of attention, and it's really sad that still today we don't have this comfortable dialogue about intersex people. Basically, the main character of the book, I don't want to say character because it was an actual person, but basically the writer of these memoirs was a girl up till the up to her 20th year. So she was brought up as a girl, she was always told that she was a girl, and then when she was 20 years old, a doctor told her that it was wrong and that she wasn't a girl at all, that she had always been a boy and then she had just been misgendered. And she had to start out a new life as a man, and she felt that she didn't feel like a man, but she didn't feel like a woman. So it is a very, very interesting read. I keep saying that, but I gave it 4 stars because I just thought it was wonderful and really sad and really real and raw. It is a story that you can connect to. So yeah, that was my January wrap up. Hopefully I'll have a better February. Thank you very much if you have watched this video, and bye.